Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hangar Deck. Wanted to do a short video this evening on gloss coating. So as most of you know, or many of you know, when you apply decals, decals, stencils, whatever you want to call them, to a model, it's a really good idea to put a clear gloss coat on first. I suppose if you're doing gloss paints, maybe you don't have to do that. But as a military modeler, primarily, most everything I do is a flat coat. And flat paints have a lot of texture to them. And for the decal to adhere nicely and to combat what is known as silvering, which is where you get this silver sheen to the decal, especially around the edge. A really good way to combat that is to put a nice gloss coat on the model first. So this is what I use when I gloss coat. I use Duraclear High Gloss Finish. I picked it up at a local art store, which will go unnamed, but their initials are Hobby Lobby. And it was about $8 for the bottle, $8 US, and it's fairly thick. I've had this bottle, well, probably 2 or 3 years. So, you use a little bit of it at a time. Now you have to thin it. It is water-based. What I use to thin with is basically this stuff right here. And it is 412 Reducer by Createx Colors. It's water-based. It's just, a reducer is another term, as I understand it, for thinner. So I'm going to show you how I mix it, and then you're welcome to give it a whirl. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. As those of you that have followed my page and my exploits for a while, you know that this is all a smorgasbord of information, and you come and pick what you want from here and there, and you put together a fine meal. So this is another one of those ingredients. So, okay. Now I know this says Aztec Master Modeler acrylic thinner, but that's not what's in here. I just saved the bottle. So I'm going to take hold of the camera here, and hopefully you can see this. Going to put about that much in this container. Now, to tell you about this container, this is an egg poacher. It's stainless steel, and I use it to mix all my paints because it cleans up really easily. So now we've got that paint in there. Now let's see if I can turn the camera a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to take our gloss coat and we're going to put some of it in there. And I would say I'm going to mix this to start with about half and half. So you can see how much material I have in there in my little mixing cup. Take a toothpick and mix this all up real good. And just kind of move it around as I'm mixing it. I always have in the back of my mind Tamiya paint as far as the thickness of the material. I would say that's about right. Now that little bit right there is going to go a long ways. So we're going to pour that in our airbrush. And then we'll gloss coat our model. So that's my little contribution to mixing paint. I'm sorry, not paint, but gloss coat, and what you use it for. All right, so hope you enjoyed that, and we'll talk to you next time.